In the recent months of summer 2019, there has been a revolutionary movement taking place regarding the use of psychedelic medicine for mental health, therapeutic, and spiritual purposes. The city of Oakland, California officially decriminalized possession of all psychedelic plant medicines such as the fabled magic mushroom and shamanistic brew known as ayahuasca. The city of Denver, Colorado also decriminalized the possession of magic mushrooms. There is also a growing interest in the possibilities that having psychedelic experiences throw into the nature of consciousness and maybe even alternate realities. In this 3-part mini-series, we're going to cover 3 theories regarding the nature of psychedelic experience. In this first episode, we're going to cover the Stoned Ape hypothesis, an idea brought into play by the late and great ethnobotanist, author, and psychonautic mystic Terence McKenna. This idea speaks on the sudden doubling of the human brain size somewhere around 200,000 years ago. It wasn't really regarded until recent times when brought back into the light by mycologist Paul Stamets. The whole idea suggests that at some point during human evolution, our ape-like ancestors discovered magic mushrooms growing in fields while foraging for food, consuming the mushroom in small amounts at first, slowly realizing the perception-enhancing benefits until consuming greater amounts and having full-blown psychedelic experiences, seeing fractal patterns, shapes, colors, experiencing a massive download of information capable of changing one's perception of the world, even after the experience is over. These mushrooms may have become a regular part of their diet over several thousands of years, causing epigenetic changes throughout our evolution. This means changes in our brains that enable us to start performing complex mathematics, invoking an imagination for art, and causing early spiritual awakenings. Evidence of the Stoned Ape hypothesis can be found in the ancient cave paintings all over the world, depicting the same kinds of figures, geometric shapes, and patterns. This would suggest our ancestors having the same kinds of experiences and recording what they've seen in the form of cave paintings. The whole idea is not completely unsubstantiated, as it was recently discovered that environmental factors can actually cause epigenetic changes within an individual. Simply ingesting fungi itself over thousands of years might have actually helped reroute the neural networks in our brains to become so efficient as to evolve into what it is today. A 2010 experiment done by Japanese and British researchers suggests that at the very least, this could be a possibility. In the experiment, scientists used a type of slime mold called Viscerum polycephalum. They placed it next to a carefully laid out pattern of oats. The oats, being a food source for the mold, were arranged to match the layout of the cities in Japan surrounding Tokyo. Over the next few days, they observed the mold grow uniformly across the layout of the oats before rerouting itself into a network of feeding tubes between the oats. The network that the fungi grew was almost identical to the layout of the Japanese subway system, which, need I remind you, was designed by some of the brightest humans. The key difference was that the mold grew a number of stronger and more efficient tunnels growing into the centrally located oats. Scientists stated that these results can help them design wireless networks which adapt over time and help design early disaster warning sensors more efficiently. In the case that any sensor is destroyed by a natural disaster, the network would be able to reroute itself quickly and efficiently. Closing up, I know this is a slime mold and not a mushroom, but it's essentially in the same fungi family that could have possibly had an impact on human development. Through the work of scientists such as Paul Stamets, mushrooms have been used to fight disease such as tuberculosis, help aid severe depression, even to clean up oil spills and help save an entire species of honeybee from extinction. The oldest known fungi fossil is around 1 billion years old and helping to provide clues as to how life sprung up on this beautiful and mysterious planet. Maybe it's time we stop overlooking all the benefits due to societal stigmas. This is Duality Productions. If you like what you hear, please click like or subscribe and show us some support. Thanks again for watching.